This is day 277, root cause analysis. The problem beneath the problem. A tree can grow around a railroad spike so completely that after enough time the spike looks like it belongs there. What started as a small visible problem becomes buried inside the living structure itself. By the time someone notices the damage, it is no longer a simple fix. I've been thinking about that image because it explains a lot about how we work, how we live, and how we fool ourselves. Most people get credit for solving problems. Far fewer people learn to identify the real problem in the first place. That second skill is rare. It is also more valuable. Most of us respond to what is obvious. A deadline gets missed, so we push harder. Sales soften, so we rewrite the pitch. A project stalls, so we hold another meeting. Sometimes those actions help. Sometimes they only make us feel productive because they address the visible symptom. The deeper issue often sits somewhere else. I realized a long time ago that mature systems have a strange habit. The obvious problems tend to get handled first. What remains are the harder ones, the buried ones, the issues that settled into process, culture, habits, and job roles until people stop seeing them as problems at all. They start calling them normal. They start calling them core functionality. That is where things get dangerous. Once a bad process has been around long enough, people protect it, not because it works well, but because it feels familiar. They have built around it. They have explained it. They have learned how to survive it. The flaw becomes part of the landscape. The most valuable person in the room is often not the one with the fastest answer, but the one that can see the problem everyone else has learned to live with. That kind of discovery changes everything because it interrupts the spell of the status quo. It forces us to admit that what feels permanent may only be tolerated. The problem under the problem. Let me share the part that matters the most. If you only cut the weed at the surface, it grows back. We all know this in a garden. We forget it everywhere else. Symptom level work feels efficient in the moment, but it creates repetition. The same frustration, the same delay, the same meeting, the same cleanup. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Root level work is slower. It asks more from us. It requires humility because we may discover that the issue is not where we first pointed. It may be in our assumptions. It may be in our pricing. It may be in the way a proposal is framed. It may be spread across several small decisions that only become visible when other people speak into the situation. That is another lesson here. We rarely see the whole thing alone. When you slow down enough to ask better questions, you often find that the problem you noticed is connected to 2 or 3 others sitting behind it. What looked like a pricing issue may also be a communication issue. What looked like a performance issue may actually be a clarity issue. What looked like resistance may be confusion that nobody really named. That is why problem discovery is not a hunch, it is actually a discipline. It means staying with the tension longer. It means using simple frameworks when needed. It means tracing causes instead of reacting to just the effects. It means caring more about solving the right problem than solving the obvious one quickly. That takes patience, it takes courage, because people usually reward motion before they reward insight. So start digging today. The tree does not swallow the spike overnight. That is part of the warning. Small problems become expensive when they are left in place long enough to disappear into the structure. A habit can do that. A business process can do that. A relationship pattern can do that. So can a belief you have stopped examining. If you want a practical place to begin, pick one reoccurring frustration in your work or life today. Just one. Then do not ask, how do I fix this? Not yet. Ask, what is this a symptom of? Write down 3 possible causes. If you can, ask another person what they see that you do not. That single step can change the quality of your thinking, and it may help you find the spike before the tree grows all the way around it.